He was drug exposed with cocaine.
Kids have been left with neighbors and told that mom and dad would be back in a few minutes, and mom and dad never come back.
He used to choke us and throw us against the wall.
They've been beaten with all sorts of things.
Sometimes the kids look perfectly normal and all their wounds are internal. They've been hurt so much emotionally that it doesn't show.
She was 5 months old and she only weighed 10 pounds.
Much me and my sister took care of ourselves. We raised each other.
She was considered a failure to thrive baby, which means that she had given up on life.
I never had the idea of wanting to adopt a child. I always wanted to have my own children.
She said, "Oh, I was interested in maybe finding out about foster care." And I said, "We have no time or room for that in our lives. Are you crazy?"
I'm a single parent. I work full time.
We travel a lot.
I'm a single parent.
Getting used to the idea. I want to do this, but I'm really nervous.
That might be a problem. A couple of days later, after the smoke settled, I realized that I hadn't known a thing about what foster care was all about. Maybe I ought to find out about it before I said no.
I made the phone call and told them that we would be interested in becoming foster parents, and they spoke to us over the phone and then had someone come out to our house and interview us.
I love the whole idea of when you come down here, you have psychological help for the kids, because they're going to need it and we're going to need it.
I think some of the training that we received here at Serenity led me to believe that it's something that we had enough support through the Serenity people here that no matter what we ran into as far as obstacles goes, there were people here to help us.
I think it's human nature to want to know, ask questions. What has that been like for you guys?
Tell us about your new place, Mama Bunny said. I have 2 sisters and a brother at my foster home. Rosie and Corky are squirrels.
As soon as she asked me on the phone, well, we got this little 3.5-year-old. She's a little neglected, severely neglected, I'm sorry. And would you be interested? I said, absolutely, let me give Anna a call.
And when she put him down and put him right there with us, he really, just cried and cried.
She was probably the easiest child that we ever got because she didn't demand anything. She had learned that crying didn't get you anything.
All I kept sensing is just to love him.
If you give this child love, where everybody rejects this child.
And I picked him up and I just started walking him around the room. And as I walked him around, he cried for about a good 5 minutes, and then it all ceased. He got quiet, and then he wrapped his hands around my shoulders, and that's when I felt like, all right, he's gonna be okay.
Children aren't abused between the hours of 9 and 5. They are abused and are left abandoned at the hospital or on the street 24 hours a day.
It's seeing it on their faces, knowing that they have a loving home, knowing that they feel a sense of belonging and a love in their hearts because of where they're at and who they're with, and it's just overwhelming.
She said, when you become foster parents, you'll realize that it's the best thing that you ever did for your family. And I remember thinking about that and thinking, I can't see any way possible that that's going to work out. And I'm here to say that it was indeed exactly what has happened to our family.
fear is just going to keep you away from good things that can happen in your life.
When I heard about Serenity and when I came here, it was just an answer to prayer.
Everybody through the foster parents came here, they would do it.
I would tell any parent out there that's interested in foster care just to do it.
Just dive in there.
We certainly initially thought that we were doing something special, and turns out all we were doing was getting a bunch of special stuff in return.
It just never stops. The kids keep coming in and we keep doing what we're doing because it just doesn't stop.